Good afternoon. So I'm Tyler Holgate, and today I want to educate you or give you some knowledge about. Today I want to discuss a simple way to understand Chinese astrology. So today is Friday, March the 29th, 2019. Today in pardon me. Today in Chinese astrology is Day of the Wood Ox. The day I was born, which was February 6, 1983, was Day of the Wood Ox in Chinese astrology. So it's the same day. So today is the day. It's actually a 60-day cycle where, so there's 12 animal signs. And there's actually starts with the rat and it ends with the pig. So in each of the animal signs, there's actually 5 different types of them because, so for the rat example, there's the metal rat, the water rat, the wood rat, the fire rat, and the earth rat. And same with the ox. There's the metal ox, the water ox, the wood ox, because the 5 elements in the Chinese astrology is metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. So each of the signs, there's 5 different ones of each of them. So you have 12 times 5 equals 60. So that's a 60-day period. So that occurs, the wood ox and all the rest of them, they occur every 60 days. And so the day we were born, so the year sign animal that we're born in, so I'm year of the pig, so 1983. The day I was born was actually it was year of the pig. It actually entered year of the pig just the day before. It was a day or two inside the year of the pig in 1983. And that is the correct date. The correct dates according to ChineseFortuneCalendar.com is where you get all the info about that, about when the year really began, and not according to the Chinese calendar, because apparently the Chinese calendar is different from the actual astrological time period that the new Chinese year really began, which is not according to the Chinese calendar, which is different. So that's quite interesting when I found out about that, but apparently it's true. Same goes with the Chinese months that we're born in too. You may see on a lot of websites where it says you were born in one Chinese month, like let's say it was month of the dragon, the rabbit, or whatever it was, but it was like right at the beginning, but there may have been a few day difference or so of when the real date began of the actual, what's called the actual astrological time period, based on fact, and not according to the Chinese calendar, which is based on you can say based on the seasons or the Chinese calendar in general. So, but here we are in the year of the, so I was born in year of the water pig, 1983. This year we're in right now, 2019, is year of the earth pig. So now according to, so I was born in year of the pig. However, it actually doesn't make my traits or characteristics of that of the pig as much as the day that I was born on. So the year you're born, the Chinese year you're born in, there's some importance to it, but your most important Chinese sign of all is the day that you were born on. So I was born in year of the pig, month of the tiger, and day of the ox, and my Chinese rising sign is the pig, so I'm also a pig rising, like the year I was born in as well. But the day I was born, day of the ox, makes me more of an ox than any of the others. It makes me more of an ox, and that is according to what ChineseFortuneCalendar.com tells us. And That the site is amazing. You got to visit it. It is an unbelievable site. The information it gives all about Chinese astrology and about the correct dates, not according to the Chinese calendar, or it explains how the Chinese calendar dates are actually different from the actual astrological time period that we really go through, that the entire world goes through when the Earth rotates and such. So I want to sort of give you some proof as to the authenticity of that. So I was born on Day of the Ox, therefore I'm an ox man. So Day of the Wood Ox specifically, and there's actually a site that I came across that gives an explanation of what an ox man is like, their traits, their physical appearance. I read a lot of these, and the descriptions of the different animal signs of celebrities based on the Chinese day that they were born on. And the description is frighteningly accurate for some of them. And like, maybe not all of them are 100%. Mine, I think, is 100% dang on about me. And so I'll read a little bit. It's quite a lengthy description. Like, if I read it all, it would probably take a half hour. But I kind of broke it down a bit, and I'll read to you some of the descriptions it says about me. So the Oxman. So a man, a male who's born on Day of the Ox. This is some of his description in terms of his traits, personality, and physical attributes as well. And so his hands are relatively small, his feet slightly pointed outward. Now, I know that that is a physical nature of mine. My hands are not, I know that they're not the biggest. So that's one thing that I notice. And one of the things with his is not, it is not always easy to guess what this man feels or thinks, as his round face is expressionless, and there is a blank stare in his wide open eyes. A round nose, he has a round nose, a high forehead, a swarthy complexion, he has abundant hair, he sports abundant hair, fleshy lips, and a thick neck. So the high forehead makes sense. The wide open eyes make sense to me. Expressionless face. So I did a few other videos you might have seen, so where I explained about the topics of astrology, and you may have noticed that about, the blank stare, expressionless face, and you may have noticed that now a little bit. So this appears to be accurate, unless it's a coincidence, but I doubt that it's a coincidence, because I know everybody I know, or there's a lot of people I know who, I read the animal description on the day that they were born, frighteningly accurate. So, and that's, I'll read off a bit more. Everything this individual does seems to confirm his rather unconscious desire to keep a low profile. And that is the case with me. He moves slowly, he eats slowly, he reacts slowly, and he speaks slowly. So you may have some of my other videos, I did that noticeably. Rarely raising his voice. And he has a quiet and understated, and he is quiet and understated in manner. His clothes are decisively on the conservative side. Decisively, you can say that the shirt is not very loud that I'm wearing. I actually just noticed that attribute right there, not just now. So although sparing of words, what he says is usually well thought out and meaningful. You could be the judge of that. I'll let you be the judge of that. And he is burdened with some difficulty to express himself verbally in his everyday life. I can agree with that totally. But he can become quite eloquent when his deepest convictions are at stake. I'm not too sure what that means. But a lot of this a lot of this makes a lot of sense. I've read descriptions of some of the celebrities. Kim Kardashian. In another video, I'm going to read off a bit of Kim Kardashian's. I could do Kanye West, Donald Trump's. Kim Kardashian was born on Day of the Rabbit, making her a rabbit woman. Donald Trump was born on Day of the Sheep, making him a sheep man. The Chinese, they call it the sheep, the goat, the ram. It has the other names as well. And so yeah, when I discovered this website, and I'll leave it on the link in my the link below, where I'll leave it for you to you can go on and explore it. You can find out your Chinese day sign animal. ChineseFortuneCalendar.com. I'll leave the link below for you as well to go on their calculator. They have a variety of calculators, but you definitely find out what your day animal is in your Chinese astrology. The day that you were born, that Chinese animal sign is the one that you're more like more than all the others, according to what Chinese fortune calendar tells us. And so I also want to briefly read off to you. There's another topic as well called Primal Astrology. I came across Primal Astrology about over a year ago. Primal Astrology describes the combination. This is very fascinating. It describes the combination of our Chinese astrology with our Western astrology, or Vedic astrology, whatever you want to call the other astrology that basically goes from the signs of Aries, Taurus, Gemini, all the Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Pisces, all them. So basically that astrology combined with Chinese. So generally it on the website primalastrology.com, it describes how our sun sign and our Chinese year sign combined makes us a certain animal that it describes, and it describes what our sun sign in primal astrology is like with our traits and personality and so on. So an example with me, according to primalastrology.com, so I'm really a Capricorn sun. According to the real Vedic astrology chart, February 6th was the sun was in Capricorn, not Aquarius like the tropical zodiac, which is false and outdated information according to the tropical zodiac. The Vedic astrology zodiac, or sidereal, gives the correct information. A lot of that you can find out from masteringthezodiac.com, which is another link that I'm leaving behind as well for you to check out. February 6th is Sun in Capricorn, and the year I was born was year of the pig. So as an example, so Capricorn plus pig equals the spider in primal astrology. So my primal astrology sun sign is the spider, which it shows of that. But I discovered something else which is quite fascinating, which is our primal astrology moon sign. And you could also find your rising sign as well in primal astrology based on the hour you were born in Chinese astrology and what your rising sign is in the Western or Vedic astrology. So my moon sign in primal astrology is actually more accurate describing me than the sun sign, because, well, our moon sign is supposed to be bigger than our sun sign in general in astrology. So I was born on Day of the Ox, as I mentioned, and my moon sign in Vedic astrology is Scorpio. So I'm a Scorpio moon and Day of the Ox. So Scorpio moon and Day of the Ox. So Scorpio plus the ox is called the platypus. The platypus, that's an animal from Australia, the one that has the duck bill and it has the beaver tail. So the platypus is my moon sign in primal astrology, and the description of that is quite frighteningly accurate what it says about what I when I read about it. You know, the traits of those with a platypus moon sign in primal astrology. So that's another thing that you could, if you know, so if you know your moon sign in Vedic astrology or sidereal astrology, and you find you can, and then to find out your day sign in Chinese astrology, you could visit ChineseFortune to find out your day animal in Chinese astrology. So mine is the ox, and it'll be easy for you to find out that one. So you combine your moon sign in Vedic astrology with your Chinese day sign. And so whatever one that is, mine is Scorpio in the ox. So Scorpio in the ox equals whatever animal, and you'll find the I'll provide you the link of what it shows for all the combinations, so that it's easy for you to find, and then you go on and then you read your description. So I hope that was enough info. I kind of put a bit more detail than I was planning in, but the info, because of my Virgo rising, I love to teach and to give info. So so in another video, I'll read off about and describe Kim Kardashian's Chinese day sign. For her Chinese astrology, I could do Donald Trump's as well. That'll be in future videos. So I hope you enjoyed, and I wish you the best day today on this Friday, and a lovely weekend as well. All the best to you, and God bless.